I have a question. The first part of the question you might already have answered, but sometimes so the first part of the question is what qualifies as a brother. Because sometimes you have people in the community, and they have different requests, and so does that automatically kind of maybe people who don't know that are referred by other people. And sometimes, so this is the first part of the question. The other part of the question is that sometimes it feels like even when we help somebody, they appear, and maybe some part is it's just in the felt. So it's how things are experienced, and we feel that they may take advantage or something like that. Are we to ignore this feeling or maybe some of the indications and just do it fi sabilillah, or are there safeguards against maybe being taken advantage of by some people that can be in the community that may not even qualify as being Ikhwan? Because I think the next session can be very interesting in deciding whether to trust somebody as a brother or people in the community or not. I apologize for this question that may not. Yeah.
Actually, this is a very important question. I think, I don't know, was it in Kenya that we talked about this when it was Q&A? Anyway, what I said was this, but it's very difficult for me to answer this question, and I hope I have not made mistake. Okay, so I share with you my understanding.
I really apologize for the question because it shows.
No, the question is very good, but it's very difficult to answer. Because on the one hand, I don't want to say we should only help people that we know and we trust. Because then what about, for example, receiving news about people who are in need? Maybe we don't know them, but we cannot ignore that. On the other hand, we cannot say we have to treat everyone the same. There are people that we know them personally, we know their needs, and for sure we are required to be more careful and more attentive to their needs. So my conclusion is this, and Allah knows, that there are mu'mineen that we know them personally and we trust them. We know that they are not, for example, na'udhu billah, using their money in haram or gambling, or I don't know, just in cheating and then making more money. We know them, they are mu'min, they are honest, and actually many times they are very hesitant also to ask, and we are supposed to know each other. According to the teaching of Ahlul Bayt, we should be so close to each other that without you telling me that you need, I should be able to understand that you need. Even with respect to neighbors, we have this concept. So there are mu'mineen that I know personally, I know their iman, I trust them. Here, certainly there should be no hesitation to help them. It's like one family. And even I shouldn't feel I am doing something great, I'm doing charity. No, mu'min is like myself. Like my own family. His children are like my children. I have to look after. This is one case. And these are the people with whom we share our pockets. Then there are mu'mineen that I don't know them personally, or if I know them personally, I cannot trust them. But there is no evidence to make me question their need. For example, someone tells me there is such a mu'min who is in need. I don't know that person directly, but this person is telling me, and I have no reason to question. So here, I cannot ignore this, but I don't say we should treat it as someone that we know. So here, we need to maybe inquire more, or if it is simple amount, just give it. If there is nothing to make us alarmed. Another moment, he says, such a moment is in need. And sometimes there are people that we know they might be in need, but it's because they are careless, or, for example, they are not able to look after money, or na'uzubillah, they are, addicted, etc. So here it becomes very complicated, because on the one hand, this person is not using money properly. On the other hand, what is the guilt of the wife or children? Father is not a good person, but can I ignore the need of the family? But if I give money to him, then he may, go and buy, drug, for example. So here we have to have a system to help those who are in need, without just giving money to someone who may misuse it or mishandle it. So this is one case. Then we hear about people who live in other places far. And again, we cannot ignore it, but I think here the urgency is not as someone who is personally known to me. And again, if it is little money, I can share. Otherwise, we need to find reliable channels to send to people who are far and help them. So there are different options, and they need a wise approach. And we are not required to treat every request the same. I hope I didn't give a confusing answer. Was it helpful?
Yes, Sheikhna. Thank you so much.
May Allah bless you.
May Allah bless you. Thank you again.
Thank you. At the very beginning of the book, also, we had a distinction. Of course, he didn't make it this distinction for the sake of helping or not helping, but we had a distinction between two types of brothers. True brothers, and the people that with them we only, share a cup of tea or, drink, for example, at work, etc. We smile at each other. Ikhwanul mukashara. He said we have ikhwanul thiqa and ikhwanul mukashara. Mukashara means you smile at each other. And we said even this is good. We should keep this level of relation with people. But those who are ikhwanul thiqa, of course, are very much appreciated.
Santam Sheikh, thank you for the question.
Yeah. Bless you.
Is there any other questions, if anyone has? Sheikh, actually, I had a question.
Yes.
In Surah Al-Isra, verse 29, how it mentions, don't make your hand chain to your neck or extend it completely. How does this relate to this hadith? And does it relate to more the brothers, or is it more the other concept of, maybe the brother, maybe you smile at, which you mentioned, like at the masjid, for example?
So that ayah is about balance and moderation. So neither give nothing, nor give away everything, so that you become yourself bankrupt or dependent on others. Yeah. So we have to find a way in between, neither to be miserly, nor to be too much giving away, too generous, so that you become bankrupt. Because your dignity is also important. Your family is also important. So find a way between the two. Balance is very important. Of course, if someone is dying, if someone is desperate, then I go more towards this side of a spectrum that give away. So there have been times that, for example, there has been famine, drought, some mu'minin, some ulama, even they sold their house and distributed among people, or they gave half their property, their assets to people. It depends on the time. But the main principle is we should always be balanced. Do something that you can do it for the long term. If you make yourself bankrupt, then even poor people are going to suffer, because then next year, who is going to help them? So look after your situation, your business, etc., to the extent that you can keep helping people, not that once give away and then you join the people who are asking for help.
Excellent, Sheikh. Thank you very much. Beautiful response.